What's going on, guys? Harry today for another transfer video. Transfer video 4, I'm pretty sure. And today we're going to be starting off with Fabinho of Monaco, linked to United again. And it is that, according to, what's it called? My brain's gone. According to the Daily Mirror, Fabinho to United is a done deal. Price is 45 million euros. It will be official in 2 weeks once he returns from his holiday. So if that's true, that's very good news. A lot of outlets also report this, such as Mirror, Sky Italia, some others. L'Equipe as well, very reliable. 45 million might be a lot, but it's just that's the price of money these days. Everything's inflated. I think he'd be very good because if we brought him in, it would give Pogba more freedom to go forward, which he needs to do so much more because he's just better when he does it. So on to the next one. And that is a done deal, and that is Gnabry has joined Bayern Munich on a 3-year deal after activating his clause to leave Werder Bremen. Honestly, I can't believe he's gone to Bayern Munich over all clubs. I thought he would have gone to Hoffenheim, but he's never. I don't think he's ever going to play for Bayern Munich. I think it's a dumb move. I think he might leave on loan, but we'll have to see if he actually does play. Don't think he will though. Anyway, next thing is AS, and that is Barcelona making moves to bring Bayern Munich's Douglas Costa to the Nou Camp. The Bavarian club are willing to let the Brazilian leave, and there's a queue for his signature, which the La Liga team would immediately jump to the front of. However, it's Borussia Dortmund's Ousmane Dembele who tops Barca's transfer list, while Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez has also been looked at. Douglas Costa, I think he'd be a good squad player for Barca, because he can play on both wings and he can play for the middle as well. He'd definitely be a good squad player, but does he want to be a squad player? I'm pretty sure that's why he wants to leave Bayern, because he wants to be a first-team player. Can I see it going to Barca? No, I can see him going to possibly Juventus, because he'd definitely get first-team football at Juventus. Anyway, we're now moving on to a Daily Star. That is that Everton are closing in on a £20 million deal for Ajax midfielder and captain Davy Klaassen. I thought he was rubbish against us in the Europa League final. Not gonna lie. But that's the only game I've seen of him. I haven't seen many other games, so I'm not going to slag him off. I think he can be very good for Ajax, for Everton. I think he's a very good all-rounded midfielder. I think that's something that Everton do need, especially if they get rid of someone like McCarthy. And plus Gareth Barry's not exactly got it much. Anyway, he's going to retire soon, so definitely think he'd be a very good signing. Moving on, we've now got AS also again reported that James Rodriguez is being courted by Paris Saint-Germain, but Chelsea are looking to take advantage of the situation to land the Colombian playmaker. Antonio Conte wants to bring him to Stamford Bridge and make him one of the key players in the squad. Obviously, he's been heavily linked to United, but apparently Jose does not want him, which I don't believe. I would love James Rodriguez at the club, but honestly, if Jose doesn't want him, then I have to go with him. If he doesn't want him, he obviously thinks he's got someone better. So if he goes to Chelsea, I'll be a bit annoyed. I hope he goes to PSG just because I don't want him to play for a Premier League rival. But I still would like to see him in the Prem, though. I just don't know where he'd play for Chelsea, because they play two centre mids, unless he played on the right. I don't know. But I think he'd be good. Now we're moving on to Gazzetta dello Sport today, which say that RB Leipzig playmaker Emil Forsberg, has sparked rumours suggesting he will move to AC Milan by revealing playing in the Championship. Playing in the Champions League isn't necessary for him. The former Liverpool transfer target is the latest name to be linked with Milan, who are undergoing a transformation this summer. The Champions League is not an important factor, but it is more important than that you get the role in a team. Forsberg just come off probably his best season in his career so far for Leipzig. He's presented team of the season. I think he's a very good player, Forsberg. AC Milan are just splashing the cash this summer. Chinese owners signed Andre Silva, who I haven't got this video, sorry, but he has just confirmed signing. Andre Silva signed for €44 million. They were looking at Morata. They've signed Kessie on loan. They've signed Musacchio and signed Ricardo Rodriguez. Apparently, Donnarumma's staying now as well, so very good business this summer by AC Milan. Anyway, we're now moving on to Sunday People, which are saying West Brom have lined up a move for Everton midfielder James McCarthy as a replacement for former captain, now Stoke player Darren Fletcher. I don't know why Coleman doesn't like him. I think McCarthy's a very good player. I don't understand why Coleman doesn't like him. Maybe he just doesn't train hard enough or something, but I think he's a very good player. I do see this move happening. Anyway, moving on to a confirmed transfer, and that is Rangers have confirmed the signing of Daniel Candiais, I don't know, from Benfica on a 2-year deal. Not much to say about it. He's 29 years old. He looks alright. Don't know if he'll do that much at Rangers. Have to see. Anyway, now moving on to the Sunday people again, and that is Marseille to step up their interest in Tottenham midfielder Moussa Sissoko. I don't know what much more to say about it. I don't think he's a very good player. I think he can be when he tries, especially in the Euros. He was very good. Marseille, I think he needs to go back to the French league. He'd probably do well there because it's an easy league. So yeah, I think he'll leave Tottenham because they don't need him. I can't believe they wasted 30 million on this guy. Anyway, we'll go back to Gazzetta dello Sport now, and that is Chelsea have offered €50 million for Juventus fullback Alexandro. However, the report suggests the Serie A champions rejected the offer and have said they have no intention to sell the Brazilian. This is a guy I would actually mind at United if Luke Shaw was just going to stay injured all this time. He has apparently got a release clause of 62 to 70 million euros. So I think I would take him, but Chelsea are linked with him. I don't know why Chelsea need him. They have bloody Marcus Alonso, so I don't believe this one for a second. So yeah. Anyway, now moving on, and that is Riyad Mahrez in a recent interview. He still expects to leave this summer, but he says he's received no offers so far for a move away from the King Power. He said to Algeria's El Daf Television, I don't know if that's right, there's a big difference between an offer and speculation, so there's nothing on the table at the moment. The chairman and I agreed that I would be staying another year at the club, and that he would let me leave at the end of the season. I think it'd be the right time for me to leave. I experienced everything at this football club. You ask me, I think he'll go. Arsenal's probably where I see him going, though. I think Arsenal or maybe Monaco to replace Bernardo Silva. I don't really see where else he'd go. I think it'd be a good sign for them, but I just think Mahrez hasn't had that good of a season compared to his first season. I hope he's not a one-season wonder because I do really like Mahrez. But yeah, Arsenal or Monaco for me. Anyway, we're now going on to Gazzetta dello Sport today again. And that is Juventus are looking to sign Arsenal goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny. The Polish international spent 2 seasons on loan with Roma and has done enough to convince the old lady of Italian football that he should be the long-term successor to Buffon between the sticks in Turin. I'm surprised about this because I thought he'd go back to Roma on a permanent basis. Yeah, if he comes to Juve, I think he'd be a good goalkeeper for Juve. I thought they would have gone for Donnarumma, really. I think he is the next Buffon. But fair play to him if he's going to go to Juve, he'd be a good signing for them. Right, now moving on to the MEN or the Manchester Evening News. The imminent rival of Victor Lindelof puts added pressure on Chris Smalling and Phil Jones at Manchester United. United have agreed a fee with Benfica to sign Swedish defender Lindelof, and the reports claim Smalling and Jones have the most to fear, with Smalling linked with a move to Crystal Palace, Everton or Arsenal. If you ask me, I would keep Smalling. I think Smalling's a very good player. He can be dodgy on his day, but he was very good in the Europa League final with Blind, and I think he was very good last season and the season before. Jones, I would get rid of. He can't stay fit. He's played 6 games in a row as his record run for United. That's pathetic for a defender. And defenders have got to build up partnerships. I think Jones should go, but I'm worried Smalling might go, which is why I don't really want that to happen. So moving on to the next thing, that is L'Equipe, and that is Antero Henrique, PSG's new sports director, has been in contact with Monaco wonderkid Kylian Mbappe and his entourage. The Liga Giants want to increase their presence of homegrown stars in the squad and believe the jewel of Monaco's crown would be a perfect fit. Can't see this happening. I don't think, even if they offered 200 million, I don't see them selling to PSG, and I think Mbappe's got his heart set on a move to Real Madrid. I don't see him going anywhere else. I think he's good. I'd take him United, but I think he's good. He might even be a one-season wonder, you don't know. Anyway, we're now moving on to Birmingham Mail today, and that is Arsenal youngster Christian Bielek is close to joining Norwich on loan next season. The Gunners defender spent the second half of last season on loan at Birmingham. Bielek, I don't know. Since he's joined, I haven't really known much about him. I know he's supposed to be this promising player. He's never had a chance for Arsenal, I don't think. I don't think he's been a senior appearance, I might be wrong. I didn't watch him at Birmingham, so I can't comment on that. Norwich might be a good move for them. Norwich could probably go for promotion next season. I think be alright for them. Anyway, moving on to the Daily Mirror now, sorry. Scotland hero Lee Griffiths could be set for a move to the Premier League. A report in the Mirror claims he has attracted the interest of several Premier League clubs in West Brom and Newcastle, poised to make an offer for the Celtic striker. If you haven't seen his free kicks, guys, for Scotland, he scored against England. They were incredible. I think he's an alright striker. I just don't know if he can do it in the Premier League. Sorry, I think he was really good for Scotland. I don't know. I think he'd be a good. I think he'd be a good option for. I think he should go to West Brom probably. Newcastle probably don't need him. I think he should probably go to West Brom. I think he'd be an alright signing. Anyway, now moving on to reports from sport today, and that is Lionel Messi's father is currently in Barcelona to finalise the details of his son's new contract. Messi, who turns 30 later this month, is currently in Ibiza. I don't know if I said that right, sorry. On holiday, but his father, Jorge, I don't know how you say it. I can't speak Argentinian. Who acts as his representative, is in Barcelona. Both Barcelona and his forward. Sorry, I can't speak today. Both Barcelona and the forward plan to seal his new deal, which will tie him up to the Nou Camp Giants until 2022 later this month. I can see it happening. I can't see Messi leaving Barca. He's been at the club basically all his life. I can't see Messi ever leaving Barca. It's like the same with Ronaldo. I can't ever see Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid. Anyway, moving on to the Express now, and that is Liverpool are preparing a bid of £40 million for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain is about to enter the last year of his contract at Arsenal. The 23-year-old he played very well at right wing back towards the end of last season at Arsenal. Is reportedly keen on trying to hold down a central midfield role. I do like Ox, but for someone who's so cool, I don't think I'd play him in midfield. I do think he's more of a winger. I think he can play in midfield, but I definitely think he'd do better as a winger. But which is why I think Liverpool 40 million. Well, they were going to spend 40 million on Salah. And apparently they were going to spend more than that, so I'm not sure about that. Maybe they want a Premier League proven player if they're going to spend that much. Moving on to The Guardian now, is that Everton are in talks with Malaga striker Sandro Ramirez. Sandro has a €6 million buyout clause, sorry, and was reportedly pictured on Merseyside this weekend. He was favourite to move to Atletico before their transfer ban occurred. I don't know much about Sandro. I know he was at Barca and he got released. It might be good for Everton. I don't know. They wanted a Spanish striker last year. That was Perez. Look what he's done for Arsenal. I think he might be alright. I don't know. I haven't watched him. He might be a flop. I don't know. He was going to go to Atletico, so this is his second choice. So does he really want to play here? Don't know. Anyway, moving on to something that really is gutting for me as a United fan, and that is according to Sky sources, Manchester City are closing in on a deal to sign Mexican striker, this is winger, Hirving Lozano. The 21-year-old has impressed over the past 2 seasons, scored 22 goals in 69 league appearances for his club, Pachuca. Reports from Univision in Mexico suggest that any potential deal will see the striker go on loan to PSV Eindhoven in the Dutch league, where he will stay for 2 seasons. And if you haven't known, he's been linked for United. He's even come out and said that he dreams of playing for United, like Felipe Anderson. If you're going to say that and then move to Man City, you're clearly a lying. Because you clearly don't want a move to United if you're clearly going to choose Man City. I don't know what he's going on about. If he does that, then I just no longer want to see him again. I hope he breaks his legs. No, I'm joking. But still. Right, moving on now. According to Sky sources as well, Man City will let England goalkeeper Joe Hart go on loan to West Ham if a permanent deal away from the Etihad cannot be agreed. Sky Sports News HQ understands West Ham are keeping tabs on Hart's situation, but his present wage deal means that they would only consider a loan move. I'd like to see Joe Hart back in the Prem. He's never going to play for Man City again since they signed Ederson as well. If he wants a permanent move, he's got to lower his wages. I think he's good. I think he'd be a good sign for West Ham. I think they need a goalkeeper because I don't really rate Randolph, and Adrian just seems to not be playing anymore. Finally, we are going to be going on to L'Equipe, which is saying that Mario Verratti has told PSG he wants to leave. The Italian midfielder, who has been reportedly linked with the likes of Barcelona, Chelsea, United and City among his suitors, has informed PSG sporting director Antero Henrique that he wants to leave the French capital club. PSG president Nasser El Khalifi, is not open to letting the playmaker leave. It is believed Verratti would cost around €80 million, and also demands, who is a very reliable source when it comes to like Italian football, says that he wants to join Barcelona, and then PSG will offer him a new contract to convince him to stay. I can't see him at Barcelona really. I think he's the perfect replacement for Xavi at Barca, in my opinion. I think he's a very good midfielder. Definitely see him at Barca to replace Xavi. But that's my opinion. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's transfer video. I'll try and get one out tomorrow if I can. I say this every day. I'll try and get them out as soon as possible. Until next time, guys, I'll see you. Bye.